Hello, everybody. Welcome to Let's Chill, the official, unofficial Minnesota Ultimate podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Jeff.
I'm Jay.
And I'm Kane.
And I'm PK.
That's right. Tonight we've got the one and only PK on the pod. PK, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're super excited. I think we got some stall sevens to kick it off. Kane, you want to start with some stall sevens?
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, we got PK on the podcast tonight. It's going to be centered around his ultimate experience, who he is as a person. So, my first stall seven question goes out to both Jay and Jeff. As we get to know PK, I want to know, what is his favorite color?
Oh, geez, that's such an obscure question. I'm gonna guess in
Jay,
the interest
random
of
color.
time, green.
Okay, Jay.
I'm gonna go with like turquoise.
See, that's unfortunate. You can tell you guys are both fake fans of PK. I'm a
Okay.
real fan, and I know his favorite color is a late sunset type purple, like when the sun is almost fully set, but it's still moderately bright. And the fact that you guys didn't know that just kind of shows we need to understand who PK is more tonight.
Okay, to be fair, that was my second guess, but
I mean, it's kind of the default, obviously.
I only had
Yeah.
seven seconds to get it out. So
Yeah, I really don't understand how you guys got that one wrong. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, my question is for PK. So we had, I won't preface this. My question is, what does Will Brandt do before every game?
Oh, do you want me to say the real answer or should I say the PG answer?
The real answer.
All right, he takes a shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny. I've played with Will Brandt for a while, and he's been having that pregame tradition for quite a few years.
I mean,
That is
it's
legendary.
worked, apparently.
I mean, yeah, it has.
All right. I'll be taking the next all seven question. I'm asking this to Kane. Kane, in the year 2022, PK played in 6 games. What was his completion percentage in those 6 games?
Completion percentage. Oh, okay. You threw me for a loop. I thought you were gonna ask for like points or something. I was like, oh, 92%.
Wow, you're really selling him short. 97.67.
Dang. Fake fan.
That's
Yeah, talking about
crazy, Kane.
I knew
Come
his
on,
favorite
bro.
color. I knew his favorite color, all right?
You insult him to his face. The only right answer there was 100%.
Seriously.
I don't want to be that guy. All right.
Yeah,
What if
yeah.
he's my favorite player? What if I said that? Does that make up for it?
Nope.
That makes up for it.
Ooh,
I'm not sure if I believe you, but that makes up for it.
let's go then. Cool. Let's get to some questions then. So
Wait, hold up.
Wait.
PK's got one.
I also have a stall
Right.
7 question. This one can kind of go out to anybody, but bit of a bit of a slow pitch. Just in PK's first season with the wind chill, how many games did he play in?
See, this is unfair because I was looking at your stats page earlier, and I'm pretty sure it's just 3.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That's correct. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just played in 3 games. My first
right
season
before
with the
you
wind
hopped
chill.
on, right before you hopped on, we were looking at your stat sheets and talking about
Okay.
it.
So like
Okay.
literally like 10 minutes ago.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. I figured I'd make it a bit of an easier question. So
That's fair.
So we'll use that as a good launching off point for our first question here. So you're obviously an up and comer in the wind chill. You're starting your 3rd season this year. Like you said, 2020, but your first season you only played 3 games. This past season, I think it was 6 games, correct?
yeah, 6 regular
And-
season, 2 playoff.
Sure. And I mean, you obviously have completion rates up in the 97%. You're scoring a lot of points, making a name for yourself out there in the ultimate community. So I got to know, what brand of underwear do you wear during the game?
Ooh, okay. For the longest time, I was a big Under Armour like compression shorts for games, and then I would always go with Pair of Thieves for practice. Just because it's practice, you don't really need to be like performing at your like highest caliber or whatever. But uh I've actually transitioned more into the 2XU like compression, that sort of like underwear, and I just wear that as my underwear.
For sure.
Yeah, that's usually my go-to, especially like when I need to play like really well. It just kind of gets me in the zone, gets me ready.
It's like that pregame poop. It's
Exactly, yeah.
the underwear sets the tone for sure.
Yeah, totally.
No, I get it. I get it. All right, all jokes aside though, uh, despite being new to the wind chill, you're definitely not new to Ultimate in general. I mean, you've been playing for quite a long time. So why don't you tell us a little bit of how you got into it? Like, where did you start getting into Ultimate?
Yeah, so I went to high school in the Twin Cities area, at Edina High School. Um, I had played baseball my entire life, and then my freshman year, a friend of mine was like, "Hey, you want to come to pick up?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Like, could be fun. Like, whatever. I guess I'll just show up, see how it goes." Um, and I had a really good time, but I was like, you know what? I'm not really ready to quit baseball yet. So I played baseball freshman year, and then sophomore year, I was like, I think I just need a change of pace. Like, baseball's not really doing it for me that much anymore. So I went to a lot more pickup over the summer. Uh one of which somebody actually like jumped over me at, and I was like, okay, so there's levels to this. Gotcha. Like
Right.
um but like still didn't really do like a whole lot of organized stuff until the spring of my sophomore year in 2018, excuse me. Um that's when I had my first like organized season of frisbee. And that spring I was on the JV team, and Will Brandt was on the varsity team, and he like taught me how to throw. Like he and I had the same like student prep hour. And so we would just go outside, throw for like 40 minutes, and then just run back inside once we were done.
Nice.
And so that's kind of how I like got into frisbee, was just through those like very early on throwing sessions, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Jeff, are you gonna say something?
Well, okay, first I want to know what position you played in baseball.
Oh, I was always in the outfield. I was always like pretty quick, like pretty fast, so I could I could I could cover a pretty large amount of area. I never really had like I didn't have a cannon, but like my arm strength was like pretty solid, where I could always hit the cutoffs like
Yeah.
pretty quickly.
I mean, that
But yeah,
tracks. That translates to ultimate, like
yeah,
the
totally.
range. Yeah. Uh, and then more on topic. So now you're at the U of M, right?
Yep,
Can
yep.
you tell us more about like your college experience?
Yeah, for sure. Well, my freshman year was fall 2020, spring 2021. So unfortunately there was no season. But before I like came to the U when I was still a senior in high school, I was lucky enough to get invited to like a few Gradic practices. Gradic is the UMN uh, club team. So I was invited to a few of their practices, so I like got to know some of the guys. That's where I met Cole Jurek, like bunch of those like just really incredible players that have come out of the U. Weston Dunn, of course, as well. And so they already kind of knew who I was. Uh, and the fall of 2020, they just sort of once again were gracious enough to extend the hand, be like, hey, if you want, you can come join us for some practices. And so I really just practiced with Grada my entire freshman year. And then sophomore year, in the fall of 2021, there was like the Nationals was like a thing, like the 2021 series was in the fall. And Minnesota does not allow travel during finals week, which is when fall nationals were. And so we weren't allowed to go. So technically my first like real season of college ultimate was spring of 2022, uh my sophomore year. And that's kind of where I like got started with playing college ultimate. Went to a few tournaments, like once again I was fortunate enough to be able to watch Cole Jurek play and play with him. I learned a lot from him. Also, like a bunch of my other teammates that are still on the team now, I'm still learning like so much from. So yeah, it's just been a very, very fun experience. And I
Nice.
really enjoyed like every second of it.
I'm trying to figure out the timeline here. You said your first full college season was spring of 2022,
Yes.
and you
Yep.
played with the Windchill in 2021.
Yes.
So you were actually in the pros before you were in a college team.
Yeah.
That's kind
Yeah,
of
it was
funny.
funny. Yeah, both Will Brandt and I, we tried out for Winchell when we were seniors in high school, and we both got practice player spots.
Hey,
So yeah, like both of us were like practice players on the team before either of us were 18 years old, which was just a crazy thing to have happen and like play such a big role in like the development of our skills. Just because getting to play with that caliber of player was so helpful.
So, you go to the U. What are you majoring in?
I am majoring in biology and psychology on a pre-med track. So
no kidding.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
yeah,
Jay,
so
what are you majoring in?
I'm majoring in biology on a pre-med track.
oh hell yeah.
Yeah. And actually,
Uh,
I'm also a junior this year as well. So
Oh
Add
nice.
psychology, go start playing Ultimate, just copy his everything. Just
Yeah, dude, you gotta do it. That'd be
change your
awesome.
name.
Have you started studying for the MCAT yet, or are you still kind of figuring that all that out?
Yeah. So I mean, me personally, I was trying to interview real quick. Me personally, I'm probably gonna take a gap year. I'm working as an EMT right now, so I'm gonna get paramedic maybe, and then study while I'm a medic because that'll be a lot easier.
Yeah.
How about you? Are you studying for the MCAT?
Uh, Not right now. I still kind of wanna like just between frisbee and work and school, it's just a lot. So I'm probably gonna be taking a gap year as well. Might move somewhere else, might stay here. My plans are very fluid at this moment, at this point in time. So still just kind of trying to figure everything out, but might take the MCAT senior year or something. Not really sure though.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm also not studying for that. Um, you guys out here talking about these like huge majors and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm in a garden major. Um, so I want to go back to some of your earlier years, especially specifically in high school. As you saw on our Instagram earlier, we opened the floor up to have some of our followers submit questions to ask you on the interview. So I want to get into some of those. Specifically, we had one, not going to say from who, but a follower of ours wanted to know who is the best player to ever come out of Edina High School.
Ooh. Nick Vogt.
Okay,
Nice, good answer.
I would
that's fair.
say I would say Nick Vogt, just like the explosiveness, athleticism, decision making, playmaking, um, the red hair, like just he had it all.
Heck yeah.
He was a huge role model for me and still is, and like just like I still watch film of him sometimes, just like okay, so that's how I should be playing frisbee. Like that's what I should be doing. So
Sure.
yeah, I would say Nick Vogt.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure he's the one that actually submitted that question. So
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
yeah,
he would.
he'll
He
appreciate
would.
that.
Yeah, Nick would. Oh my God. Yeah, he's a clown. I love Nick. He's super sick.
Jay, you want to ask a question on there?
Yeah. So we also had another question from Instagram. You talked about like, learning to play frisbee in high school. So who taught you how to throw a flick?
That was Will. That was Will Brandt. I actually was really bad at throwing flicks my sophomore year of high school. Like I sucked. I was so bad. But like he was the one that sort of like would sit me down and be like, all right, so you're doing this right now, like you should be doing this, or like you should be more balanced when you're stepping out, or like you should be stepping out at this angle. You should be like gripping the disc tighter or like spin it more. And like he was super helpful with getting like super into the weeds of like how to throw a good flick. And yeah, like he is the reason why I'm able to like be good at frisbee now, is like he taught me like all of this stuff. especially about throwing. He was the big guy that taught me throwing.
Okay, I have a question. This is getting like maybe like boring. I think we've talked about this on the pod before, but like I'm curious. Do you think like Will Brandt is kind of the next like big handler, like the next playmaker for the Wind Chill this year?
I think he definitely has the potential to be. Like he he's already like an incredibly talented handler, and he's only getting better. Like his throws are so dynamic. His break throws are incredible. Like his 45, like the way that he can just hit insides on like his 45 degrees is like very sharp. Plus he's athletic. Like he can go downfield. He's very rangy. Um, he has very good like over the top throws, like scoobers, hammers, blades. Um, so I think like he has all the pieces. It's just gonna be a matter of like putting him in those positions, and I'm sure he's gonna do nothing but succeed. Like he's like Will Brandt is freaking sick at frisbee.
That's awesome to hear. Yeah, and obviously we're looking forward to the 2023 season. So outside of Will Brandt, who do you see is going to be a leader on the field this year? And I I guess more so what I'm curious about, what kind of position do you want to see yourself taking? Because the Wind Chill has taken a lot of losses this year. It was announced the other day, Rocco Linehan is now going to Boston,
Yeah.
which is a great addition for them, but it also means that it's a huge loss for us. So with a lot of these players leaving and stepping out, what kind of role do you want to take in this year? And who do you think is otherwise going to step up?
Yeah. Well, I guess addressing the first part of the question, like Bivon is just an incredible leader on and off the field. Like he embodies like what frisbee players should be, like excellent spirit, great athlete, very fierce competitor, and like just super great dude all around. Um, I think that Mattis is also very similar. In terms of people that I think are gonna step up, uh, I would say probably Brett Bergmeyer, Marty Adams. I definitely see like Noah Hansen, Gordon Larson, Luke Blears taking bigger roles, Mickey Walsh. Um, I also think that Abe Coffin is just gonna be like he was already like incredible last year. I think he's gonna do the same thing this year, if not better. Like um and then as far as my role goes, I'm really looking forward to sort of like honestly I just like playing frisbee. Like wherever they put me, like I'll play it and I'll just have a great time. um it's likely going to be downfield in some capacity, either on offense or defense. I played fairly like even points on O&D last year, kind of just wherever they needed me. Like if they had a bunch of O-line cutters for one game, they'd be like, all right, PK, go play D. Uh, but I think I'm probably going to be more an O-line cutter this year. Um, Filling in downfield, just doing all that sort of stuff, which I'm very excited for. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Nice. I love how we asked who you think is going to step up, and you listed basically the entire roster. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm not. I don't disagree. It's
Now, what's better is he listed our next two podcast guests. So
Oh, wait, who? Or are these surprises?
I'm not going to say names yet, but you did name a
Okay.
couple people who we will have on the pod in the future. So that's a nice little,
Okay.
little jumping
I think
off
I might
point.
have I might have a few guesses, but I'll keep that to myself for now.
um, yeah, yeah, we got a lot of good guests coming up. Okay, so looking into 2023, we've got a UDL covered, and maybe we'll definitely come back to UDL. But for those who don't know, those who are listening and watching, PK is actually joining the U24 team this year. Is that correct? So tell us about that and how you're preparing for that, and just the experience of trying out, making the team, how you're prepping. Like that's a really open-ended. Just like tell us more about U24.
Yeah, well, the road to U24 has actually began in like August of 2022. You have to apply to get invited to the tryout. So I remember there was like I was on a bus for Wind Chill, like going to an away game, and I was like typing out my application, like answering all the questions they had. There were like, God, I think I ended up writing God, probably somewhere around like 4 pages or so worth of answers, just like describing like who I am as a player, as a person, and like what I think I could bring to USA U24. And so submitted that, heard back in like October saying, congratulations, you've been invited to try out for Team USA. And that was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like I'm like even just getting to go try out, I was just like, this is crazy. I can't believe this is happening. I was like so in shock, and I was like, oh my God, like I'm so lucky. Like this is crazy that like they're letting me try out for like this insane team. Um, but I went to the West Coast tryout. That was the weekend of I think November 11th and the 12th in San Diego, California. So I went there with it was me, Will Brandt, Gordon Larson, Noah Hansen, Mickey Walsh, Declan Miller, Leo Silva Fernandez, and Asaf Golan, I think, all shared a house. And like we all just like went in on an Airbnb and stayed there for like the few nights that it was. Um, and yeah, like tryouts were like Saturday was just 8 hours of frisbee, Sunday was 6 hours of frisbee, and it was just like you show up and like everybody there is like just as good, if not better. Everybody there knows just as much, if not more, about frisbee, and like they're just as passionate, if not like more so. Like it was just an incredibly fun experience, and like I had like an excellent time there, like just getting to meet all these players that I'd heard so much about, like just getting to see all these people that like I've sort of come to idolize. Like, oh my God, like look over there, I can't believe that that's like so and so, or like, oh my God, you see that he actually just made that throw? Like he's crazy. Um, and so like I was definitely like fanboying out like the entire weekend, um, which was like a very fun experience. Um, but yeah, so then like tryouts ended, and then like just it was at the end of tryouts they were like, all right, thank you very much for trying out. We hope you all had a great time. You'll be hearing back with like roster decisions in early January at the earliest. And I was like, okay, like now comes the hardest part, is just waiting a month and a half. Like, God, just please let this go well. Like I really just want to like make this team. And I was just like I was just like so nervous in that month and a half span. Like, oh my God, am I gonna make the team? Who's gonna what's the roster gonna be like? Is like what's gonna happen? Um, and then in like mid-December, I was just sitting, I was laying in my bed looking at memes. When I got when I got an email on my phone that just said congratulations from USAU, and I was like, oh, like this is crazy. I can't believe this. And so like first I called my parents and I was like, I made it. I did it. Like I'm on Team USA. Like, oh my God. Um, and the email was like very specific. It said like don't post anything about this until the rosters are announced. And so I was like, okay, I've told my parents I'm not telling anybody until the rosters come out, like besides my parents, because they should probably know. Uh, oh, I also told my brother. Um, but yeah, so just like totally freaking out, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then the rosters came out, and like I got to text like all the people that are on the team, and um like I texted Will Brandt too, who I was really sad did not make the team. I was really looking forward to playing with him, but on the bright side, both him and I have another cycle. In 2 years, both of us will still be under 24, and so we can try out and hopefully make the team together then. Um, which is just a crazy statement to to make.
Dang, that's
But
awesome.
yeah, so then since then it's just been a lot of like team meetings and getting to know the players. I was just in Florida this past weekend at a tournament, and I got to meet like a few of my teammates, like yeah, Henry Yang, Aiden Downey, and I got to meet a few people from the men's team as well, like Adam Miller, Johnny Sickles, Turner Allen, which was very fun, and like all of them are so cool, and they're all so good at frisbee, like it's crazy.
That's cool. So when do practices start? Like how do they do practices when it's like a national team?
Yeah, so with the college season, it's kind of hard to schedule everything, but the schedule isn't really formalized yet, but uh I think there's gonna be like a practice weekend before the tournament, and then I was talking to Beef and or Cole Jurek, and he said that there's um like you show up to the tournament like a week before just for like a week of practices and like team bonding and getting to know everybody. And then there's the week of the tournament. That's kind of it. So it sounds like it's pretty much just like a week and a weekend of frisbee together, and then the tournament, and you just kind of go in from there. But I mean, like everybody on the team is just so incredibly knowledgeable about frisbee, and they're all such good players and competitors and athletes, and like I think it'll be very fun to get that process started. Like already some people like I just some of the people on this team are just absolute clowns. Like I love it. It's great. Like everybody like all of them are so funny.
That's intense. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I
Okay,
know it's so sick.
two things. One serious I want to plug for our listeners and viewers. The tournament is in London, right? Is this summer?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's in England. I'm not sure if it's in London.
okay,
I've heard Nottingham thrown out, but I'm not positive.
okay. So for our listeners and our viewers, if you want to support PK, we are plugging this. He has not asked us to plug this, but he's got a GoFundMe. Just to help him along the way, get him across the pond, help him cover some expenses. So you could find that link probably on his Twitter and Instagram, but we'll also post it this upcoming week and stuff. So definitely encourage you guys to either donate if you can, or if you can't, even just share that link just to help our guy PK here. Um, on a less
Thank
serious note, yeah, you're welcome.
thank you so much. Like God, I didn't know you guys were gonna do that. That's really sweet. Thank you so much.
Anything to help you guys.
Yeah, I
Trying to
really
trying to grow
appreciate
the
it.
sport. Less serious note, what kind of memes do you look at in the middle of December sitting in your bed?
Oh my God, what was it? Um, I can't remember what meme it was specifically, mostly because like I was more focused on the email. But but I'm trying to think. I think like I was getting really into like the nature memes and just like seeing like monkeys just do like wild shit. Just I think like there were a few that I've seen where it's just like monkeys like chasing each other with like sticks, just like smacking each other. And I'm like it's just monkeys existing was like my December meme phase.
Honestly,
That's
same.
that's
But yeah, I'm still kind of into the monkey memes. But
so it's
yeah.
not a phase. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like a winter of like 2022, 2023. Like that's gonna be like the looking back, it's gonna be like, okay, yep, this was my monkey phase. Like, gosh.
For sure.
Okay, so for our listeners and viewers, send PK all your monkey memes, by the way.
Oh my God, do it. That'd be so funny. Oh, that'd be so silly.
Every monkey you get now, I'm sending it your way. This is
That'd be awesome. That'd be so funny.
Go ahead, Kane.
so not to derail the conversation. Obviously, we went over some more serious conversation there with the U24 tryouts and everything. That's awesome. However, we had one question submitted earlier that I want to make sure we squeeze in, even if it's like out of nowhere. What would you pick? Unlimited bacon, but no games, or unlimited games and no bacon?
Okay, first of all, you got the question wrong.
Is
The
is it unlimited games but no games?
that's the
Okay,
correct question.
I typed it wrong. That's me. That's me. That was how it was typed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. For reference, there is a story behind this. Um, I there's this podcast I listen to, which I think it's just like a bunch of like YouTubers that are really funny. And they one of their episodes was like a Reddit would you rather, and one of the questions was, would you rather have unlimited bacon but no games, or would you rather have games, unlimited games, and no games? And I thought this question was hilarious, and like I just like for whatever reason I just started like asking my friends. All right, so hypothetically, like, would you rather like just going through the question, and at this by this point I probably asked over 100 people this question. My favorite instance of asking somebody was last year at Florida warm up. I was running on 2 hours of sleep, and I was in an Olive Garden in Tampa, Florida, and I'd asked two of my teammates like this question, and they spent 10 minutes trying to figure it out. And like the question is it's ridiculous. Like you cannot figure like it's a stupid question. But like, that's why I love it so much, is because it's such a stupid, like idiotic question. And like one of my teammates was a physics major, and he was like trying to like figure it out. He was like, okay, but like no, so but there's no games. And I was like, yeah, but there's unlimited games. Like you get like you can't say you don't get unlimited games. That's part of the second part of the question. You get unlimited games. And he was like, yeah, but there's no games. And I was like, you don't understand me. Let me run it back again.
Right.
So I ended up asking them that question, and it went we went on like that for like 10 minutes. Um, but I've thought long and hard about this, and my answer is firmly unlimited bacon, but no games. I really like bacon, and I don't play many video games, so I could definitely do without video games in favor of unlimited bacon.
You know, Ultimate's a game, right?
See, I'm thinking it's more of a sport, so I'm hoping
mean-
that
But
But
each sport is a
game
game.
you go to, like, oh, I'm gonna go to an Ultimate game this weekend. You don't
what
say
if I
I'm going
called
to
it
a sport.
what if I called it an ultimate match?
Nobody calls it an ultimate match.
No one calls it that, PK. Don't.
I could start I could start that. I'll be a
All right, you heard it
trendsetter.
here first, folks. From now on, every single Ultimate Team v Team is referred to as a match. We're pulling a tennis up in here, and we're just gonna ruin the sport with this.
Yeah, exactly. God, that would be funny. No, in that case, I would go unlimited games, but no games.
For sure, for sure.
Just that I have some like chance of playing frisbee again, because I can do without bacon in favor of frisbee.
Absolutely. And
Or wait, I could just do no, bacon isn't even part of the second question. I could just do it with frisbee.
and
Nice.
still keep bacon.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just
Best of both
limited
worlds.
bacon.
Yeah, a limited amount of bacon. I could
Yeah.
do that.
Probably healthier in the long run too. let's be
Yeah.
honest.
It's a win-win-win.
Exactly.
So stupid.
That I'm so impressed that you guys knew to ask that question. That is hilarious.
We can't
It
take
got
the credit.
submitted. It got submitted by someone. So
Okay,
I'd love to take the
Gotcha.
credit, but I can't.
that's hilarious.
Okay. PK, we were DMing on Instagram. I brought up that talking about like sideline banter, trash talk, all that kind of good behind the scenes stuff. And you came out swinging like, I've got stories. So now I want to open up this next segment to what are these stories up to interpretation?
Oh, yeah.
Share away.
Yeah. Well, the first one that kind of sticks out to me is Beef is a prolific trash talker. He is excellent at getting in opponents' heads. And one of my favorite ones is it was against the Radicals in 2021, and it was end of quarter. I think it was the end of the third quarter, and he was being guarded by Ian McCoskey, who goes to the U, and like has played with Beef, and Ian's guarding Beef. Beef gets open, like scores the goal, and just immediately just starts eating out of the disc, like I'm eating that all day, like. And I was like, hell yeah, Beef, let's go, baby, like you're sick, man, you're freaking sick, bud. And like I was eating that up. Beef was like just talking so much trash, and I was like, hell yeah, man, that's sick. But besides that, on the sidelines, I'm I'm a very goofy person. Like I don't like to take myself too seriously when I'm playing frisbee. So like I'll always be like talking to somebody, like making jokes. And like one of my teammates from this past year on both Winchell and the Clips I played for, Sub-Zero, was Tristan Van Mortel. And he like I have this thing where whenever I'm around him, I'll just ask him very inappropriate questions because he's so awkward when it comes to responding to them. And I think that is hilarious because like nobody is that awkward when I ask them these questions besides him. And
What do you
so like
ask?
one of my favorites is like, Tristan, just quick question. How are babies made? Like in the middle of a game, I was like, Tristan, how are babies made? Like, how does that work? Uh, I've also asked him like several questions that I will not repeat here. But like I've also asked him like like Tristan, what is alcohol? Do you know what that is? Like I've heard so much about it. What is it? I'm just very curious. And usually he gives me like a fake answer. Uh like with the baby is made, and he like with the question how our baby is made, he just said, "Oh, you see the stork just comes and delivers it." And I'm like, "Oh, really? Like how does that work?" And they just goes, "Shut up, PK."
That's awesome.
And so like I love just like goofing around asking like stupid questions like that. Um like there's a great picture of me from this past season um where like uh I was still like playing college, uh and so like I wasn't playing in the Winchell game for that weekend because I needed to rest for nationals. And there's this great picture of me just like chilling on the sideline, like arms like spread, just like legs crossed, and like I forget what I was saying, but I was talking to Rami Paust, and you can just see he's just laughing like in the background. That's one of my favorite pictures of me playing, or me like on the frisbee field, just because you can just see that like I'm just saying some stupid shit, and he's just totally going along with it and laughing.
Do you have that picture?
I think I do. Here, do you want me to bring it up right now, or should I do that sometime later and send it to you?
Send it to me. That'll make a perfect thumbnail.
Okay,
So yeah,
gotcha,
that's exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah, that's
gotcha.
great.
All of
No,
our
yeah,
socials. That's great.
yeah. No, yeah, that's one of my that I love that picture so much. Here, wait. Oh, it should become. I have it on my phone very quickly. Whatever. I won't take too much time.
Yeah, you're good.
I'll find it later. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, you clearly don't take yourself too seriously. You said so yourself. You're a very happy-go-lucky kind of guy. This last weekend, there were, clips of you making some great catches in Florida and stuff. I want to know about the celebration where you're putting your thumbs down. What is that
Hell
about?
yeah.
What is that?
Um. Well, so first of all, like when I make a big play or something, I get very amped and I get very excited, which like as like most people do. Um, but the yeah, so I caught it, hard spike, and then just immediate thumbs down. Um, that thumbs down is that's a celebration that Beef would do all the time. And like I just thought that I thought that that was so cool. Like just like it's the way that I think about it, it's not like I'm not saying thumbs down to like my defender or anything. I'm just like oh, you thought that was impressive? Yeah, thumbs down. That was bad. Look what else did I've got levels you don't even that you can't even think of. Like it's I totally think of it as more of just like a no, it's like keep yourself humbled, like be like, okay, you still got more in the tank, like just keep on like working. Um,
It's
but
being.
it's totally a beef like celebration that um he would do like all the time. Uh there are a few great pictures of him on Great Duck where he would just like roof somebody, spike it, and then boom, like immediate thumbs down. Um, I know that Raleigh Ring of Fire, the club team, also does it. But for them, it's more just like they think it's funny when people boo them, and so a cheer for them is booing them.
Isn't that what the
It's
Yankees did? The Yankees did that a couple years ago.
Oh, that'd be
there
sick.
was a fan who was just like that, and then like the rest of the season they were just thumbs downing.
That's
So
awesome. But yeah, it's similar to that. I totally got it from Beef. Like, it's just like I just thought I just think that's a really cool celebration. And like, yeah, I just hit that. I was like, hell yeah, we're hitting this now.
Nice, nice. Not to derail the conversation, or sort of to derail the conversation, from the Sellies, but do you have any secret talents? Like, what are you like good at anything that like no one else is good at?
Ooh, I've got a few things that most people probably wouldn't know about me, but I do have one secret talent. Like for things people don't know about me, like in high school I played the tuba and I was like pretty good at it. Like I went to like multiple honor bands, like I was a total band kid in high school. Like I was good at band. Like I was good at tuba. I haven't played in a while, but I think I could probably still like play like decently, or like somewhat okay. Um yeah, so interesting fact for the next stall 7 question. Uh um and but a talent that I have, I'm not sure if it'll pick up on the microphones, but you know how people can like do like a popping sound with their mouth? Like I can do that with my tongue. Can you guys hear that at all?
it did not come in.
No, but we just
Yeah.
got a great clip to promote this.
You-
podcast.
yeah.
That is
Yeah,
Yes.
hell yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah, can you guys hear this? And just silent.
It's just zooming on your face. Just
Yeah. Something's supposed to be happening right now. Like, what the hell is this kid doing? Yeah.
that was
And the
really
crowd goes silent. Like, just like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, everybody's like just booing me. I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna run off stage. Like,
Oh man.
cool. That's great.
but yeah. So like, I can do like a popping sound with my tongue that like I've only met like a few other people that can do it. Um, yeah. See, Kane's trying it now. Yeah, don't think I don't see that. Come on,
Yeah, I
man.
got nothing. I got nothing.
Uh,
But
Do you know anybody else? Does anybody else in the wind chill play any instruments? Can you guys get like a band going? Like,
ooh,
I know. In high school, both Will and I played the tuba, and
nice.
so like, yeah. So yeah, we're in the same section, and uh, not to flex, but I was a higher chair than he was. So
Oh, absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
flex that definitely.
All three of us.
Ooh,
Like, no, come on.
God. Yeah. So I still remind him of that sometimes, and he hates when I do that. I'm like, hey, Will, remember when I was like a way higher chair than you were? And he's like, shut the hell up, PK.
Okay, that's 2 teammates now who have said, "Shut up, PK."
Yeah, I toe the line between funny and annoying quite frequently.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
I want
Yeah.
to see a Selly this year of you playing the tuba off the field.
Oh my God, that would be a crazy celebration. What are the logistics of that?
You got time. I
That
expect to
would
see
be
it.
sick. Because back in the day, I used to be like I was in marching band, and one of the songs we would play was Seven Nation Army, which of course is like a really loud, like famous bass line. Doom, 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 doom. And I would just rip that like on the tuba. I was blasting that, like it was super loud. So, God, and oh my God, if my goal scoring song was Seven Nation Army too, yo,
Dude,
We just cracked it for this.
Just have
upcoming-
someone run a tuba out to you and you just play it as you walk off the field.
Have
Like
Flay
not-
guy.
that sounds
something.
awesome.
that would be so disrespectful. I don't know if I could do that.
That'd be
That
toxic.
would be
You can
crazy.
technical immediately. You can
Yeah,
eject. him.
that's toxic.
not a literal tuba, but let's we'll
That
make
would
it
be
work.
I'm trying to play the
crazy.
tuba, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully this didn't just answer this question, but we also had another question submitted on Instagram earlier today. What's your go-to pregame song?
Was there anything else that question asked, or was that
They
it?
There was-
said huge fan, by the way, which
Oh my God.
Oh,
Yeah, just
much love to
I
this
appreciate
person.
yeah, I appreciate the support. Whoever wrote that. Uh,
It was him.
it was PK. Oh, we were supposed to say
No, my go-to pregame song, I really like songs that have been in like Frisbee hype videos. And so like the song Bubblin' by Anderson .Paak, which is actually my goal scoring song last year. No, wait, I think it was. I think it was my goal scoring song last year. That's the second half of a really good UNC Dark Side hype video. And so I love listening to that song like before every tournament. Like that's going on the playlist. Like I'm listening to that song and I always get really hyped. But also for the 2019 USA U24 men's team, or the open team, they released like a hype video prior to the tournament, and the song of choice was High Hopes by Panic at the Disco. And like it's not a particularly like hype song or anything, but I just have very, very good memories of Frisbee associated with that song. And so that's another song that I usually favorite when it comes to pregame hype music, just because like I'm like, all right, I'm channeling like the athleticism of Beef and like the getting open of John Randolph and the throws of Mac Hecht and like the defense of like Jasper Tom or something. And like I'm just like trying to get locked in, like channeling all these different like great Frisbee players that I've like tried to model myself after. But yeah, I would say those two are probably like the big ones.
I recommend The Scientist by Flux Pavilion if you haven't heard that one.
The Scientist by Flux Pavilion. Here, let me write that down.
Yeah. I want to see that one in a hype video. I feel like that one has a lot of potential for a hype video. It gets
Okay.
me amped. So
Gotcha.
that's
Yeah,
what I listen to
that
every
would-
time before every pod.
Oh hell yeah! You're just like
I'd
getting
recommend
super hyped.
that Baby Shark trap remix. That goes hard.
See ya, I'm out.
Oh,
The trap remix. The trap
Baby
remix.
Shark? Are you kidding me?
dude, have you heard the trap remix?
I mean, yeah, but like, oh god, no, I could not. I could never.
PK is done with Baby Shark.
Yeah. Oh god, no. Please not Baby Shark.
Okay, we got two more Instagram questions.
Okay,
I think
yeah,
we're gonna
so-
hit these. Least favorite type of teammate.
Ooh, okay. I would say my least favorite type of teammate is somebody that just like isn't very nice. Like I know it's like a very like not specific or like very vague like answer, but like somebody that like you try and make jokes with them and like they just don't really like it. They just like say like they just don't really engage with you. Yeah, it's like people that like aren't very personable or like don't really sort of like aren't very like outgoing or like wanting to like engage with you and like be friends or something like that. Thankfully I haven't really encountered like many, if any of them. But yeah, just people that are like not outgoing or fun or like they're just like we're here to like play frisbee and like be good, and I'm like, okay dude, like pump the brakes a little bit, like chill out. You can like have fun and be good at frisbee, like it's okay.
Right.
But yeah,
Having the teammates you can vibe with on and off the field definitely,
yeah,
I feel like would make a difference for how well you play. Because when you can have fun with it, when you can just go out there and everyone's supporting you and having fun, joking around, I bet that makes a huge difference in terms of like your mentality during the game.
oh my god, totally. Yeah, and like on the other hand, like my favorite teammate is somebody like I can vibe with, have fun with, but also like it's very intense, you know, like they still take it very seriously, like the way that I because like when I'm like in and playing frisbee, like I'm playing to like do my best and like I'm very intense about it. It's just that I show my intensity in like different ways, and like I show my passion in like different ways than others do, you know.
Sure. Yeah. All right, and I think our last question Who was your favorite YCC teammate, specifically from Mounds View?
That is a crazy question. Uh, um, okay, well, ooh, I've got three answers. I'm not gonna say in any particular order, but the three answers that I have are Cody Connolly, who was he was on my U20 team in 2019, and he was just like a big, silly, goofy guy, like just very fun dude. And then my other two answers I'm actually still teammates with, and I think that one of them asked this question. As either one of them or a different guy from Mountain View that's currently on Grey Duck. But the other two that I'm still teammates with are Levi Doman and Evan Ellis. I'm still teammates with both of them, and so I can't pick favorites. Like that's just mean. I'm not gonna do any one of them like that.
It was a leading question for sure. They were trying
Yeah.
to trap you.
Yeah,
Do
my
you
favorite
want
teammate
it-
was the
Oh, go ahead.
my favorite teammate was the journey. It was the friends we made along the way.
That's the answer.
That's my favorite teammate.
Maybe the real frisbee was the
It
friends.
was the friends we made along the way. That's awesome.
This is stupid. Do you want to know who should I tell? I don't know. Should I tell who it was? Do you want to guess? You did say their name. You did say his name.
Oh, it was Levi then.
It was not.
No, Cody.
It was Cody. Yeah.
It was Cody.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you got the answer that you wanted, Cody. Don't worry.
Also, shout out for Cody to Cody.
Yeah,
for listening.
exactly.
Cody for listening.
Yeah.
Love to have you on the pod sometime, man.
Yeah.
I haven't said it yet this
Yeah.
video, so I gotta
We
get
haven't.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was funny. I was at a tournament and he was also there and he was just heckling me from the sideline. He was like, PK, you're washed.
Oh, that's awesome. I guess that's all the questions we have. PK, do you have any questions or do you want to any other topics you want to talk about?
Not really that I can think of. I mean, I'd love to talk pre-med stuff with Jay, but I don't really think that's very I don't really think that's very wind chill talk type. I don't think that's very wind chill centric or frisbee centric. But yeah, I guess not really.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You guys could, Jay, you should be like the wind chill. Well, I guess this isn't like pre-med, but like a trainer or something. But I suppose that's a slightly different path, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be a paramedic for the wind chill in case somebody gets hurt.
Wind chill actually does have a team doctor.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was funny. Summer of 2021, I actually did some research with him.
Oh,
was very,
sweet.
Oh,
very
crazy.
fun. Yeah, it was sick.
All right, so we are talking pre-med on the pod. All right.
Yeah, baby, let's go. Let's get some letters of recommendation up in here.
Well,
Awesome.
PK, it has been an absolute pleasure having this interview. I know it's
Yeah,
something
thank you so
that
much.
we've been looking forward to for a long time. So appreciate you getting on. Hopefully we met your expectations.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me. It was a really fun time. And once again, thank you very much for plugging the GoFundMe. I really appreciate that. You guys
Yeah,
didn't have to do it.
absolutely. And for listeners at
Thank you so
home,
much.
like Jeff said, that's going to be posted sometime later this weekend. We'll have it on our Instagram, Twitter, all of our social medias, which you can go follow at windchilltalk.com, or all of our social medias are just going to be at windchilltalk. Stay tuned for the upcoming season. We got a bunch more podcasts coming up, a bunch more articles getting ready for the 2023 season. Follow us for all your updates, and don't forget to stay chilly.
Stay chilly.
Stay chilly.
Oh yeah, stay chilly.